Hello everybody, welcome to this part 2 of this little series about a automated um, mining drone. So today we will see a little bit more about the drone himself and surely a little bit more about the spaceship. So I would say, let's go. The first thing I will do with you is to go to the inside, and I will talk about a little bit about timing and event blocks. These are the most important things to control everything that we have to move automatically. So on the left side you see all the event blocks and timing blocks. These blocks are responsible for controlling the arm of the spaceship. The arm is controlled with 2 event blocks and 1 timer block, and they are coded with colors. So up direction is green. You also see here on the side the green button to start it, and the down direction is yellow. So for a better overview, I equipped the system with control lights. The red indicates the status rotor brake on and green rotor brake off. So now all is off. So let us switch the event blocks on. You see they are green now, and what we have to do is that we switch the rotor brakes off. The indicator lights goes on, the green one, and now you see the arm is moving and is extended upwards. So let him do his job. So I have 2 event blocks. One of them monitors the angles of the hinges and starts the next hinge when the set point is reached, and the second triggers the timer block depending on 2 reference hinges, and then the timing block switches all the hinges, all the hinge directions, switches the hinges off, breaks them, and switches a few other things off. For example, the rotating lights. So you can see the timing block is working here, and yes, and all is off. So maybe we can go to the outside and take a look at the work that I had done the last few days. So you see here's a staircase that is new and some other things. So this is a referent beacon that we need for the drone, that the drone every time know where she is, but that I told you in the last video, so that's not so important. Yes, maybe it's a good idea that I show you the new things that I had done in the last week. So yes, it's the staircase, and this will be controlled automatically later. At the moment it only serves as an entry-level aid. Yes, and you see, it works good. Pretty good, I think. You can go to the inside every time. So, and this is another job I did, the landing gear. And yes, it's the same like the staircase. It will be controlled automatically later. So far I have only put everything together as a group to control everything at the same time. You see it here. Yes, and if we started, they will do all together. But it's not finished completely. But I will not forget to show you that I was really busy in the last time here with Space Engineers. So you see the landing gears work together, and that's fine. So I constructed it with pistons and hinge parts. So yes, I like the look. It's a little bit industrially. How do I say it correctly? I don't know. I think you know what I mean. Okay, yes, from the inside, but in the end we don't see such things. But we still have to make the system fully operational. So, and for that we can do it, we have another button here, and this button start the movement from the pistons of the Z and X axis, and you can see it works. The time lapse shows the movement of the pistons. Why extended them? Because then we can drill down cleanly from the perspective of the ship and the reference beacon, and the path of the drone is easier to program. Yes, that's the reason. But now let's finally take a look at the drone. Yes, so you can see the hole that the drone had drilled, and you see the drone was often there. The reason is that I had to do a lot of trial and error and programming to find out what the best way was. That's why I didn't start a new hole every time. So what you see had the drone done with only one pad. The height, wide and deep make the coordinate system. In other words, the pistons of the individual axis. So here in this area is the prototype of the coordinate system. It's a little bit another version of that what you see at the ship, at the base ship. That will be in the future the spaceship for the drone, you know. And here, this is the prototype. So here's the drone. And yes, it's small and not so high and not so wide, so easy to control. And what we need to control is one AI block, one AI flight block, and that will take the control about the drone, and a record block. You see the waypoints that we have to program, and you must program every single step that the drone should do on its way. So you can see it here, lights on and the thrusters on. So the connector I switched off completely for the moment that the drone have to leave the connector, the station. Yes, and then you can switch the speed a little bit higher, and important is to switch the drills on the right position. Yes, when you see many waypoints, every single waypoint you can program later. Yes, you can make some things that you had forget. Can you program later? And yeah, and I programmed also the way back, so the whole way to the drill hole and back must be programmed. And if you have to do this, you must switch the direction in the record block. One time back and one time the right way. Because if you don't, the drone won't take off. At least that's how it was for me. Yes. So the connector is switched off, and now it's time to start the drone. We switch the flight block on, or better the KI. Oh no, it's on. Okay. Yeah, switch the block on, and the drone follows the programmed path. And this is what the drone make the whole time. The energy is slowed down. Yes, and you see the drone makes all the things that you programmed. So here she comes, and then you see the drone switch the drills on automatically. I think the speed is a little bit too high. Let us switch the sensor area on, and you see it's small. So that's the area where the mining drills are working. If you make it bigger, you get problems that a drone doesn't come forward, so they stopped for a long time. Yeah. Make sure that the area from the sensor is not too big. And now the drone is on the way back to the station. And everything that the drone is doing right now is programmed via the AI record block. When it is docked, the event blocks of the coordinate system take over. They delete the cargo, something like that, switch on the pistons, etc. Yes, the drone thinks it is always doing the same thing. It basically doesn't know that it is being sent three-dimensionally through space by the coordinate system. So it's back on the way to the hole. And here you see the moving is stopped. The beacon is in the end of the coordinate system, and so the reference point make sure that the drone doesn't lost the connection. Yes. So for now I think it's enough for today, and I hope I can show you some interesting things that you don't know, maybe. So what I would say is that I really much time put in this project here, but now it works, and all I have to do is copying the data into the drone spaceship and hoping that everything works just smoothly. Yes, and I think it's long enough for today, and for sure I have to do something on my ship and the drone, so that I have to show you in the next video a little progress if you want. So I thank you for watching the video, and hope it was a little bit interesting for you, and maybe you have some new ideas. So bye bye, see you later.